What's going on, guys? So in this video, I'm going to be answering all your questions live. Whatever questions you have about starting and running an Amazon business, simply ask them below. And this is going to be live, obviously. So this is for people who are rewatching it. But any questions any of you guys have that show up to this live presentation, comment them below, and I will answer every single one. This year, we will probably do over 1 million in Amazon sales, which at the beginning of Q4 will put me in at well over 1.5 million lifetime sales. I'm at 1.4 million lifetime sales now. So like next month, I'll probably be at 1.5 million lifetime sales. And this is coming from somebody who a few years ago I was living in my car voluntarily. This isn't a sob story. I'm not complaining or crying about living in my car. I wanted to when I was, when I graduated college, I wanted to have an experience. I wanted to travel, and I decided to live in my car. And I was doing $80,000 a year on Amazon. I thought I was a shit until I filed taxes and I found out I virtually made nothing. I was happy because I didn't pay taxes, but 80,000 on Amazon is really not that great. As most of you experienced Amazon sellers probably know, 80,000 on Amazon sounds like a lot, but once you start selling 80,000 on Amazon, it's not as much as you thought it was. So that was me in 2018. And then 2019, I kind of dug myself in a hole. And it was just because I was living in my own place. I was buying a ton of books, spending a lot of money, and ended up going $30,000 in debt. I vlogged this all on my YouTube channel. I didn't really talk about the debt too much on YouTube, but I did go 30,000 in debt. Come 2020, I paid a lot of money to live with a mentor of mine, Steve Rakin, shout out Rakin Profit. And I knew that he was big on YouTube, and I knew I could learn a lot from him because he's got 8 years more business experience than me. And living with him, I paid a lot of money at a skyrise downtown Brickell, Miami, Florida, and basically continued to kind of dig myself in a hole. But then at some point in the year, my income surpassed how much I was paying in debt. Paid about $2,000 in debt in 2020, $2,000 in interest on my credit cards. And then end of 2020, I was able to pay it all off and enter 2021 debt free. And now I'm finally able to take this money and, profit 10, 20,000 a month now in my Amazon business, and take my profits and actually invest them in index funds, various ventures, more inventory, whatever I want to spend my money on, I can now. But previously it was just pay off debt, pay off debt, pay off debt. So started from the bottom, now we're here. If you guys got questions, go ahead and ask them. We got David Gregory in the house. We also have Cheryl Christians. She says, hey, what's going on? Facebook user says, long time no see. Avery, yeah, we're live on Facebook and YouTube today, baby. I'm back here in Miami, Florida. For everyone wondering where we're at, that's why I got this little tropical vibe going on. And I'm ready to give back. I'm ready to give some tips. I feel like I have a lot of knowledge, and I can help people at whatever stage you're in. I feel like I can help you go from 0 to 100,000, or if you're already at the 100,000 range, I can help you go to $1 million a year, because that's where I'm at. So only take advice from people who are where you want to be. I've always lived by that. And I was able to become successful in selling on Amazon because I surrounded myself with people light years ahead of me. Big shout out to the book flipper, Caleb Roth. Reezy Resells early on got me into the game. So people who are above you, if you start watching them, and then a lot of people who are more private, who I don't really talk about too much, surrounded myself with these people, and I was able to really learn a lot in 3 years. And it's been a hell of a ride. So whatever questions you have, go ahead and ask them. We got Miles Longstreth in the house, baby. Says, love you, sexy. Love you too. Cheryl says, I'm a newbie waiting on the Amazon. What are you waiting on Amazon for? Don't wait on Amazon. Get started today. It takes about 2 weeks to set up an Amazon account. Storage limits, says somebody on Facebook. Great question. Storage units aren't an issue for booksellers unless your inventory is incredibly old. If you have really old inventory, which you shouldn't have. By the way, do I look focused on the camera? Spend a lot of time setting this up. Am I blurry or am I focused? Because I really want to be focused right now. Do I look blurry? Let me know. Because I worked on This camera is hard to sell. There's a high definition camera. But with storage limits, the way it works is, as a bookseller, the rule is don't even worry about them as long as you don't have a ton of stale inventory. Now, if over 50% of your inventory is past like 6 months in age, you have to, and it doesn't even become an issue about storage limits at that point. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you sending in so much crap? If your inventory is not selling within 6 months, you don't have that great of inventory. Now, of course, you do want to hold on to stuff for 9 months, 12 months, sometimes even longer than that, if it's worth it. For example, if you have a $2,000 book, would you wait 5 years and pay storage fees for 5 years? Absolutely. But you want to reconsider. If your inventory, if you're paying a ton of storage fees, look at your average sales price. Look at your average sales rank. What is the average demand of your items? Look at all this stuff and purge your inventory if it's bad. Go into your inventory. All you got to do is download the inventory health report. This is a golden nugget. Download the inventory health report. Go to fulfillment on Amazon. Go to inventory health. Download the inventory health, and then sort the headers. They have sales rank, or they have days in inventory. Sort it by everything that's over 180 days old, and work on getting rid of that stuff. Are you starting with wholesale? How's that going? I was on a phone call today. I'll be on a phone call tomorrow. I'm hiring a coach to help me. So I'm at the point, guys, where in my Amazon business, this is going to sound like bragging, but I really don't mean for it to sound like bragging. If my Amazon business is profitable, it's good. It's got a lot of opportunity to scale to the next level. I'm doing 10 to 20,000 net profit each month now. Like we did 100,000 in sales last month. So the net profit is there. The money's there. So for me to add anything new to my schedule takes away from what I'm currently doing and what I'm currently building. That's why it's hard for me to pursue wholesale. That being said, I have a list of 100 wholesale items that we reverse sourced from Amazon. So we're using the wholesale formula reverse sourcing method. You find the item on Amazon, and then you contact the brand owner directly. So I'm doing a combination of contacting brand owners and contacting distributors, and I'm really learning from 2 different mentors, 3 if you include people I follow on Instagram, like Amazon Lit, Watch Me Amazon. I did the same exact thing with the book business. I like to just obsess. I like to hear all the information I can. Some booksellers say do this. Some booksellers say focus on bulk. Some booksellers say, I met booksellers that only do online arbitrage and sell $500,000 a year. Some booksellers only list a few hundred items a month, but they're doing massive numbers. Some booksellers like to sell books as new. Some booksellers don't like to sell books as new. Some booksellers prefer to ship books 5 states over. They get their inventory from 5 states over shipped to them. There's all these different ways of selling books on Amazon, and everybody has their own opinion. And a lot of people are right. At the end of the day, all that matters, though, is how much money are they making. And you can really tell. I think you can tell how much money someone's making just by sitting down, having a conversation with them, probing at them. Don't ask like inappropriate questions, but ask direct questions, and really get a feel for, are they legit or not? And that's what I did in the book business. I found out who's legit, who's not, who do I think is making money, who do I think is, digging themselves in a hole of debt. And I listened to the guys that I thought were doing really well. And that's how I built my book business. And with the wholesale business, what I'm doing is I'm hearing from these people. Some people are like, never order from distributors. It's a waste of time. Other people say it takes too much effort to set up accounts with brand owners. And then, all this advice, they contradict each other, but I look at them, I'm like, okay, are they where I want to be? And then from there, I assess, okay, this person's probably not there. Or this person's there, and they're saying different advice from this person over here, but they're both making money. So I'm going to take a little bit of both of their advice and see which one does better. So that's where I'm at with wholesale right now. I probably will pay a few $1,000s to have a private coach help me accelerate my process, but that's what I'm doing. The oldest inventory I have is 5 months. That's good. It means you're selling your inventory fast. My inventory is only 5 months old at max, and I have 3682 in stock. Maybe in my limit is 3996. Yeah, it seems like, so everybody that's just now tuning in and everyone curious about this, Amazon set what's called restock limits. So you can check this on your Amazon account. If you go to manage FBA shipments and scroll to the very bottom, it'll likely say unlimited storage for you, but it'll say restock limit. So now Amazon is limiting people on the number of books they can send in. And most people were limited at whatever inventory they had. So if I had 13,000 items on my account and I got limited at 12,000 on one of my accounts, my other account had 5,000, we got limited at 7. My other account had only a few hundred and it got limited at 1,000. Another account of mine had 0 and it got limited at 1,000. So it seems like what Amazon's doing is they want to maximize their space. So they have fulfillment centers. They don't want a lot of trash in their fulfillment centers. They want good, profitable inventory, and they're looking at us booksellers, and they're like, your inventory is probably not the most profitable, and it's taking up too much of our space, even though books are small. This is like really tragic for booksellers, and so we have to get creative and come up with creative solutions. I'm considering buying accounts. I'm considering making 15 plus Amazon accounts. I'm considering doing a lot of things to combat this. Like it's a serious issue. But something we all can do is get rid of the bad inventory, which I don't have much of it. I actually looked at my account, don't have much bad inventory. Get rid of any bad, stale, long-term inventory you have. And then what else can you do? Delete any open shipments. So if you have a shipment that you never ended up sending, go ahead and delete it. It's hurting you. It's hurting your score. And there's a couple other things you can do. Those are the two main things. So anybody dealing with inventory issues, also just hang tight. They're going to reassess in July. That's what we called them up. They're going to reassess inventory limits in July. So send good stuff in. Make them like you. Make them like your sell-through rate. Make them like your average sales price. Send in good, valuable, fast-turning inventory, and they'll hopefully allow you to sell more stuff. How many employees does your book business have? Depends on what you consider an employee. Technically 0. All of my people are independent contractors. But I have 6 people in the States working for me, packing books. And then I have about probably like 7 or 8 overseas virtual assistants doing different things, from editing YouTube videos to managing customer service for restrictedinventory.com. By the way, everyone just tuning in that doesn't know about restrictedinventory.com, if you come across a textbook that you're restricted and you can't sell it, it's profitable, it says $50 profit on ScoutIQ, or the Amazon seller app, it's $70 profit. What you can do is go to my website, restrictedinventory.com, where you can sell it at a 50-50 profit. We've set this website up. It's amazing. You can go in, you can scan the inventory, you can see how much profit you would make after a 50-50 split. So after we sell it for you, we pay you 50% of the profit. We don't charge you for labeling. We have super cheap shipping rates to us, so we'll get you 30 cents a pound. We set up a unique deal with FedEx, a special deal, exclusive deal with FedEx. So we get you super cheap shipping rates to us. And we also allow you to reprice your books. So if you don't like the way we're pricing your books, you can reprice them. There's so much stuff you can do on our cool software. Just go to restrictedinventory.com and set up a free account. Here's a little cool video with some rap music.
Grind hard, well done, sir, and welcome to the freaking Well Show.
Yeah, visit restrictedinventory.com today. Set up that account. That's where I make the bulk of my money now. I solved a problem in the reselling community. I help you sell CDs, DVDs, textbooks, all of that. All right, that's enough with the plug, but that is my business. So if you guys want to, go support restrictedinventory.com. Appreciate everybody that does. And yeah, set up your free account. We help sellers big and small. We help people, if you want to ship pallets to us. If you're a bookseller out there and you stumbled across my channel and you're doing millions a year, I work with people who do $400,000 a month. I work with people who do $4 million a year. This isn't just for people who have low volume. If you're a big player in the game and you want to send me inventory, we can accept pallets. We can accept truckloads. If you want to send us a truckload, I'll make it work. I can make it happen. Restrictedinventory.com. We will get it worked out for you. Tyler Fox says, so total startup cost is $80, 40 for ScoutIQ, 40 for Amazon, plus money for books. Yes, and you can source books for free. You can get your inventory for free. You can go on Nextdoor. Nextdoor is an app everybody should have. Download the app Nextdoor. Download the app Facebook Marketplace. Go on Craigslist.com and you're going to post a simple message. Say, I will pick up your books at no charge. I will not charge you anything, and I will come and pick up your books and sell them. Wait, no, I'm getting to my restricted inventory pitch. That's my restricted inventory pitch. You could say that though. What I tell people, by the way, this is what I do. I tell all you guys, I will get your books and sell them for you at a 50-50 split. I tell that to people that I pick their books up for free too. I say, hey, look, I'll pick up your books. You have a valuable collection of $10,000 worth of books. I'll sell them for you and I'll pay you 50% of the profit, or I'll pay you 20% of the profit. You could also do that. Or you could just say, I'll pick up your books at no charge and get the books for free. A lot of people just want to get rid of the books, but some of the people want to get rid of the books and they want to get paid for the books that they got rid of. So what you could do is offer them a consignment payout where you say, hey, look, I'll put a certain SKU for your books. And what you do is you put a unique SKU for all their books and then pay them when the books sell. So that's another option. Was doing great on Amazon, but then I got deactivated for no good reason. It's been 3 weeks and I gave them all the proof they asked for, but still no response. What should I do to get reactivated? So what I recommend doing is go to YouTube and type in Romer and type in suspended account. Go to this YouTube video that I posted, Amazon account suspended, my personal experience and how I got it back. If you want to, you can watch the video, but more importantly, go to the description of the video. This is a very important point. I don't know why they hide this link from people, but there's a special link that you can click on and get instant access to an American in Seattle from Amazon to help you. Their sole purpose is to help you get your account reactivated. So go to that video. It's Romer the Romer, Amazon account suspended, my personal experience, how I got it back. Go to that video, click on the link. You'll enter your phone number. Amazon will call you. I've heard this link only works if your Amazon account is suspended. So your account's suspended, you can use the link. You'll have a rep call you. I think you do have to do it before 5 o'clock Pacific time. And what they'll do is they will help you come up with a plan of action to get your account back. So they will actually help you. They'll tell you why your account got suspended, what you need to do. And I've gotten 2 accounts unsuspended via that link below. So that is a very important link that everybody should have bookmarked. You need a scanner for 55. So there's certain things you need in a business and certain things that you want. You don't need a scanner. You don't need ScoutIQ. You don't need an Amazon professional account. You can get started for $0. If you guys have no money, like if you truly have no money, no credit cards, you don't want to go into credit card debt, you can get started for $0. Set up a free Amazon account, sell on the free Amazon account, use the Amazon seller app to scan products. Yes, it's slower. Yes, it takes more work. Yes, it's time consuming and tedious, but that's how you can start. And then when you get your first $100 payout from Amazon, reinvest that money into software or inventory or whatever you want to scale your business. But it's your choice on what you want to invest in. If you invest in a scanner for scanning books, you're gonna be able to scan books way faster. And by scanning books faster, you're gonna make more money. Because doesn't it make sense that if you can scan books faster consistently, you can make more money because you're gonna find more books. That's how it works. If you really want to make this work and you live in a decent sized city, go to the wealthy part of town, pull out ScoutIQ, see how many scans you're at. ScoutIQ tells you how many scans. If you're only at 1,000 scans or a few thousand, make it a goal by the end of the month. I want to hit 50,000 in scans. If you hit 50,000 in scans on ScoutIQ by the end of the month, you are going to have a ton of books on your hand. You're probably going to have like 3,000 plus books that you could sell on Amazon just by scanning 50. I know it's a lot. Go to used bookstores. They have massive collections. Find a massive used bookstore near you. If you're in the South, McKay's used bookstore. Up north, you have Second and Charles. On the East Coast, Second and Charles. Up north, you have all different types of bookstores. Go to thrift stores. Get backroom access at thrift stores. Scan all the books you can. And if you scan 50,000 books, anybody who scans 50,000 books in 1 month, come back to me and say, hey, look, Avery, I scanned 50K books and this is how much I found. And you'll have like 20K profit plus out of that. So take massive action. Lexi Love says, how do I make a listing that has no ISBN or UPC for FBA? So I've never created a listing in my life. I never did it. Probably not worth it. If you really want to sell it on eBay, or Google how to make an Amazon listing. I don't know if anybody's going to buy it though if you make an Amazon listing. I've never done it. I never needed to. Whenever I found a book that I couldn't sell, I moved on to the next book. So there might be a good point, Lexi, to do that. I might be misinterpreting your question. I was thinking ASIN. If the book doesn't have, I always look for books around here. So I have this toothbrush box here. So you see the barcode right here. If you come across a product or a book without a barcode, all you need to do is type in the title and find the ASIN. So even if it doesn't have an ISBN, every product on Amazon has an ASIN. So you just have to find the matching item on Amazon. So go to Amazon.com, find the book. If it's an old ass book, let's say 1950s, it's got no ISBN. It's pre-ISBN era. ISBN era started like 1960s, I believe. So if it's pre-1960, you're going to have no ISBN. Find the book, make sure the cover matches. It's not going to be UPC either, but it will have an ASIN, which is an Amazon seller ID number. And find it, list it, and that's how you'll do it. Hopefully that answers your question. Hi, Romer, says Jennifer, I'm an Amazon bookseller, and I need to know how in the hell I can stop those idiots from deactivating certain listings due to pricing issues. This is very frustrating. I've dealt with this, Jennifer. I keep my prices within the same as others. Very frustrating. I know. My solution to this has been hire a virtual assistant just to check on them. The low pricing errors are nice. The low pricing errors say, hey, look, we think you can make more money for this. Don't sell your book for too cheap. The high pricing errors are annoying. Pricing errors in general are annoying. They basically saying like, we're going to deactivate your listing until you reprice it. And I've dealt with some books where I'm like, what do you want me to price it at? I priced it $10 lower. I priced it $10 higher. It's not changing. So just stay on top of it. Keep repricing them. Move it up $1 or $2, move it down $1 or $2, whatever it takes, and get a virtual assistant on it. Hire a virtual assistant, and you should have a virtual assistant doing a few things every single day. You should have them checking your reviews. If you get negative reviews, you should be having them request feedback removal. So have them remove negative reviews. You should have them respond to any customer request. So if you have customers messaging you, you must respond to that within 24 hours, according to one of my mentors. This is actually one of those things where like two people have told me different things who I really respect. I don't know who to trust. But one person says you don't have to respond. The other person says you have to respond. But when you respond, you don't have to actually respond with words. You can just mark it as not needed. Because if you read Amazon FBA, when you sign up for Amazon FBA, part of signing up for Fulfillment by Amazon is they handle customer service. So they will do all of the customer service for you. That is part of using Amazon FBA. Like they do all the work for you. They'll handle customer service, they handle tracking, they handle everything. So all you need to do is have your virtual assistant mark the request or mark the whatever they message you as not needed. So go on there, mark that as not needed. And also I would have them fix stranded inventory. So those three things: remove negative feedback. You have 5 days to do that. You have 5 days to remove any negative feedback. Have your virtual assistant check every single day for that. Number 2, have them mark all customer service requests as not needed, because if you don't respond with those within 24 hours, apparently Amazon dings your account. So make sure you respond to those within 24 hours. Just mark them as not needed. You don't have to reply when somebody says, does this book have the access code? It's not your responsibility to do that, because eventually I'm at over 15,000 items on Amazon. Do you know how many requests I get each day that are like, does this come with the complete set? Does this book, is this a special edition? I can't answer all those. I don't know the answer.
The book's at Amazon. I can't even see the book anymore. It's not in my possession. It's not my employee's possession. We don't know the answer. So we just mark it as not needed. That is a scalable way to do it. And whenever you're in business, especially with Amazon, you should always be thinking, how is this going to look at scale? How is this going to look when I have 10x as much inventory? You might be able to do it at 1,000 units, but can you do it at 10,000 units? You might be able to do it at 10,000 units, but can you do it at 100,000 units? So I would have your virtual assistant do those every day. I would have your virtual assistant do those 3 things. Okay. Tyler says, thank you. Much love, Tyler. Thanks for rolling in here. Big Boy Raccoon says, I have 125K total scans and probably about that in the Amazon seller app. And I have 37K in sales per year. Okay. So, 37K this year. That's pretty good. It's not bad. You could definitely get that up. You can definitely scan more. You can probably find better sources, but 125K scans, good. Good for you. If anybody does 50,000 scans in a month, I would set a goal to do that. You're gonna be working a lot, but you're gonna source 20K plus in profit that month. Junkman says, what's up? What's going on, brother? Chandra Tyler says, I have a lot of books to sell, like 1,000. How do I know which ones are good to sell? Do I have to buy a scanner? Which one? No, you don't have to buy a scanner. You do not have to purchase a scanner. Just download ScoutIQ on your phone. Download this app on your phone. And what you're going to do, ScoutIQ. Download ScoutIQ on your phone. If you guys use my affiliate link, I will get a kickback. So I would appreciate that. It's usually below in my videos, but maybe it's not. I'll comment it after this. But if you use ScoutIQ, what you do is you take it, you scan the book. You can scan the book with your phone. You don't need a scanner. Now, a scanner is helpful. I say if you're able to scan 1,000 books with your phone, you should probably invest in a scanner because it's going to allow you to save so much more time. You're going to be able to scan books 10 times as fast. Highly recommend getting a scanner whenever you have an extra $50. But starting out, just use your phone. That's it. But to answer your question about a scanner, I recommend the Nadamoo Mini. It's Nadamoo. Nadamoo Mini. KDC 200i is pretty good, but you can only find those for a reasonable price on eBay. You can find them for about 120 to 150 bucks used. I actually thought about making my own scanner, but I never did it. You can think about a lot of things, but you can only take action on so many. And it was one of those things where I still might do it, but I just haven't had time. I ordered all these scanners from China. Would you guys buy a scanner from me? By the way, comment below. Would you buy a scanner? If I made a scanner, would you buy it? If I had like a pimped out, I don't know, I could put Romer the Romer on it. I could put Bookseller God on it. I don't know. I could put something cool on it for you, customize it, make you look like a badass. Would you buy my scanner? Would you not? My problem is most of the time when people buy these scanners I recommend, it doesn't matter what scanner it is. They come back to me with issues at some point. So I don't want to be the person dealing with all the customer service issues. That's why I'd rather just sell my educational programs. You know, I do have a few courses. I have restricted inventory. I'd rather service the reselling community with those two services rather than having a physical product. But Tyler Fox says, yes, if reasonably priced, he would purchase a scanner from me. How much? What would you be willing to spend? What if I made a premium scanner? I made the best scanner in the game. It had a battery icon on it. It shows you how much battery you had left on your scanner. What if I really pimped it out? What would you do? How much would you spend? 200, 300, 20? Let's see what else we got here. I found new cassettes today, wrapped from a factory. Is that something I can sell on restricted inventory? Cheryl, I would, if the sales rank is under 100,000, I don't know what category cassettes are even under. I've never sold. I may have sold a few cassettes. Go to restricted inventory, scan it in our software, and see if it's profitable. We have software just like ScoutIQ that tells you if it's profitable or not at restrictedinventory.com. And we sell puzzles for people. We sell Wi-Fi routers. We sell a lot of weird stuff for people. So go there, Cheryl, and let me know. You can, and if you're ever confused, go to restricted info, email us at info@restrictedinventory.com, and you can send us a list of the products, send us a picture of the products, and we'll let you know. My team will actually do some research. They'll let you know if it's good or not to sell. That fern is still in the limelight. Yeah, I like that. I like that little, makes me feel like I'm in Florida, baby. Not needed. Yep, 100%. Make sure to mark those items. Make sure to mark those messages from customers as not needed. Keeps your Amazon health up. Ian Taylor says, is using a scanner still faster if I'm not using ScoutIQ's database mode? Probably. Unless your Wi-Fi or internet connection is super slow, it may not be faster. But if you have Wi-Fi that's relatively good, then yeah. If you get a scanner, get database mode. That's my answer to that, Ian. Just get the free trial, try database mode, see if you like it. It's going to allow you to scan 100 times faster. And that's not even a joke. It's probably 1,000 times faster. If you have fast Wi-Fi though, live mode can be fine, but you're going to be you're subject to the Wi-Fi that you're on, whatever library, thrift store, person's house that you're at, or cellular service for different sides of town. Database mode allows you to scan books. You could go to the moon, and you could bring books with you, and you could scan them with database mode ScoutIQ. You could be in a dungeon. You could be in the core of Earth, as long as your phone doesn't melt, and you can scan books with ScoutIQ if you have database mode, because all the books are downloaded onto your phone. I should be a professional sales rep for ScoutIQ. I should just make commercials for ScoutIQ where I'm like flying to the moon. I'm on the moon. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine me being on the moon? We have to Photoshop it, but I'm on the moon and like I'm holding ScoutIQ. I'm in an astronaut suit. Would you guys buy ScoutIQ then? Would you download database mode then? That'd be a good ad. I bought one in my email from you with the startup information. Good. So you have a scanner already. Perfect. Ian says yes if it's price reasonable. Tyler says $250. Nice. Tyler would drop that money on a scanner. What if the scanner could build your book business for you and do all the work for you? What if your scanner could go out and find books and bring them back? How much would you pay for a scanner then? Cheryl says, I bought the updated one with the charger. Nice. Jennifer. Okay. So Jennifer, I like this question a lot. Jennifer says, what about hiring a real in-house personal assistant? I love scouting, but I freaking hate cleaning, posting, and shipping books. What you're talking about, Jennifer, is hiring an employee. Or I don't have employees, I have independent contractors. So virtual assistants are great for anything virtual. From my experience, no offense if any of my American people are out there watching this who work for me, but my Filipino workers overseas work much harder, much longer, much more diligently, much more loyal than my American people. My American people are great. It's not like they're not loyal, but us Americans, we as Americans are lazier. So anything you do on a computer, I would have virtual assistants do. Now, obviously they can't pack books for you. They can't prep boxes. I don't like prepping, packing books either. If I prepped and packed books myself, guess how many books I listed in the last week? I want everyone to comment. How many books do you think I listed in the last week? And just know I can probably list 100 books per hour. And that's me. Like that's really, really fast. If I'm going fast, I can list that many. Realistically, I probably list 40 books per hour. And I'm talking like packed up, boxed up, out the door, ready to be shipped. Comment below, how many books do you think I've listed in the last week? And my point with this is how many hours would I have had to work to list all of these books? 500 to 600 for sure, says Tyler. More than that. I'll let a few more people comment. But basically, if I worked every single hour, I'll let you guys know this much. If I worked every single hour, assuming I sleep for like 9 hours a night, if I worked, that's how much I do sleep, by the way. I sleep like 9-10 hours a night. If I worked every single hour of the week, all the working hours, I would not be able to list as many books as my company listed. Any other guesses? Anyone else guess? I can't give away anything away, but let me know. How many books do you think I listed this week? Comment below. Tyler says 500 to 600. I'll let you know, on average, we list 1,000 per week. For this year, we're averaging 1,000 books per week, but we listed more last week. I'll give you guys a few more guesses. Ian says, yes, you should. And then I'm going to answer your question. All right, nobody wants to play along. So Jennifer says 3,000. 2,800, so really close. That's and if I was to list all these books myself, I would be listing like 90 plus hours a week. It'd be a lot of work. So hire a lister. And the way I hire a lister is I like to hire somebody where I drop the books off at their house. So find somebody who's got a house, find somebody who's got a garage, find somebody who has a front porch so your books don't get wet and they can schedule pickups, and advertise the job as a work from home opportunity. Drop your books off in their garage or on their front porch. They pick the books up, they list them on Amazon, they label them, they put them back on the porch. It's been like the best thing. You don't have to invest in warehouse space. You can really maximize people's space. I send people pallets of books. I send people thousands of books, and they're able to work from home and list all the books and get them out the door. So I would hire somebody part-time starting out, and you can find them on Facebook, make a Facebook post. You go on Craigslist. Craigslist has actually been more sketchy for me. Ask your friends, look for like a mom, look for a stay-at-home mom and say, ask your friends, does anybody know a mother that wants to work from home? And that's a great opportunity to give somebody a job and get a really loyal, long-term person to work with. Second part of your question says, yeah, so you crave the hunt. So what you do then is you're building a business where you're going out, you're finding books, and then you're bringing them back and just dropping them off at someone's house. Makes it super easy. Chandler says, thanks. I'll use your link. I will comment my ScoutIQ link. If you guys go to kit.co/Romer, I think you've got to romertheromer.com/supplies. romertheromer.com/. Nope, that doesn't work. Go to kit.co/Romer, and it has all of my affiliate links there. Jennifer says, I'd pay between $130 and $180 for your scanner. Appreciate that, Jennifer. Can you sell Funko Pops on restricted inventory? Email us to ASIN, and we'll let you know if we can sell it. Shander says, yes, I'll buy it. I trust you. Appreciate that. Okay, bro. Thanks for the response. 100%, Ian. Tyler says, so I downloaded the ScoutIQ app. Where do I get the database? I'm assuming that's why I don't have a login yet. Go to ScoutIQ.co. That's not .com, it's .co, and sign up for database mode. So go to ScoutIQ.co, sign up for an account, and upgrade to database mode. Tyler says 5,000. He thinks that I'm listing 5,000 books a week. Hey, I'll be there by the end of the year. We did 2,800 last week, but I've never listed 5,000 books in a week. That's a lot of books. We'll get there, though. I'm actually looking at warehouse space in Vegas right now. Vegas has really cheap warehouse space compared to Miami. And I got my full-time employee out there as well. Jennifer says, damn, I only do 300 a week by myself. That's good. You're hustling, finding 300 books a week and shipping them out. That's good. It's good, Jennifer. Now, imagine if you didn't list the 300 books, how many more books you could find. And if you had somebody helping you find books, how many more books you could find? If you develop systems around listing books and finding books, what could you scale it to? Jennifer says, what do I pay? Depends on where you're at. If you're in California, you got to pay $100 an hour. If you're in Florida, you can pay $10, $12 an hour. I pay $10, $12 an hour in Florida, Tennessee, and Nevada to have my employees list books for me. I think $12 an hour is a very fair rate. We got Rake and Profit in the house coming in with the fire emojis. Arizona says Jennifer. Okay. So Arizona, I think you get away with 12 out there, whatever minimum wage is, slightly above minimum wage. Arizona's a great state. Doesn't rain much out there. Yeah, you're probably in Phoenix, but if you're outside of Phoenix, you probably pay a little bit less. But yeah, I would go on Craigslist, and I wouldn't start with Craigslist. I would start with Facebook to hire somebody, and then I would ask your friends. So you can literally make a Facebook post asking your friends, text people. You'll probably hire somebody that way, and advertise it as a work from home opportunity. Let them know they need to lift 50-pound boxes. Let them know it's hard work. They have standards to hit, but they'll start out part-time and potentially it could scale to a full-time position. For somebody to list 300 books, it's probably about 6 hours. Let's do the math. Assuming your lister is not that fast, 300, assuming they only list 20 books per hour, 15 hours a week. If you pay $12 an hour, $180. So you pay $180 to have 300 books listed. It's pretty good. Tyler Fox says, thanks, dude. Appreciate all your help. I found you through John the Bulldog. Hell yeah. Bulldog mindset, baby. Would this work on Amazon Canada? Says Kicks 851, 100%. Canada's not as good as America when it comes to the size of the marketplace. Our marketplace is not nearly, Canada's marketplace is not nearly as big as the American marketplace, but there's also not as many sellers in Canada, so there's not as much competition. So it kind of balances out. Jennifer says, I could handle that. Perfect. Yeah, I would hit me up, Jennifer, whenever you hire somebody. That's my passion, is helping people actually build a real business, helping people scale to the point where they have systems creating income for them. So comment on one of my videos and say, hey, look, I hired that lister. It's working great. Yeah, $200 a week. Easy. That could get a lot of work done. I wouldn't offer to pay by the week. I'd offer to pay per hour. I'm sure that's what you mean. But you don't want to pay them $200 a week if they list 2 books for you. That's it, guys. Hopefully I'll be doing more lives like this. I really do enjoy talking with you guys. Hit that like button if you guys got value from this. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next video. It's my goal to have 100 full-time Amazon sellers. I'm already at 11, baby. Already at 11 full-time. Maybe you'll be my next Amazon full-time seller. Maybe you'll just make an extra few $100s a month. But I want to help you get to your goals. That's it. Peace out. Much love.